So there's this viral video that's going around the internet where a person tells you that you just have 3 years left to achieve whatever you want before the entire world is taken over by AI and you lose the competitive edge. If I had seen this video probably 1 or even 2 years ago, I would have just called it BS and moved on. But the harsh reality is that there is some truth in it. So let's try to understand that. The current job market is actually broken. There's a lot of speculation whether AI will kill all the jobs, and there are some good debating points on either side of this argument. So essentially, after the AI boom, companies now have a way to increase their operations and have low costs for the same scale. And we are at that stage where AI cannot completely replace a human yet. So we are working with AIs which are called ANIs. ANI stands for Artificial Narrow Intelligence. It means that the AI or the LLM model are good at only certain tasks in a narrow path. If you look at ChatGPT, it's aimed on vast amounts of data, which is related to creative writing. If you look at 11 Labs, which is good at other modalities like voice. So these are very narrow segments. Like one AI cannot do everything. We're not at that stage. But that's the concept. That's the next path. So the idea is to progress from ANIs to AGI, which is Artificial General Intelligence, where an AI can do a lot of general tasks as opposed to specific tasks. And like it or not, this transition will happen. It's just a matter of time. It might be a few months, years, we don't know. But the way things are looking, it's probably sooner than we think. There's a very interesting saying which I like. Humans are not going to be replaced by AI, but humans with AI will replace humans without AI. Why am I lecturing you about AI? Because you need to understand how the world works, what's business, before you can even consider not looking at a job anymore. We have been so wired into this belief that job is the only way that we can survive. Everybody just does it without even questioning it. When I say business, I know a lot of you folks will think of a huge industry with a lot of investment, with like heavy machinery and a lot of people operating it. That's what we think. That's what we've been shown on TV as well. Let's try to demystify business. Business is when you make money because you're solving a problem. That's it. You don't need an MBA to know that. It's just as simple as that. Everybody has problems. Some of them are significant, some of them are not. Some of them are related to convenience, some of them are actual pain points. They are problems. If you can help them find the solution or get or make them get to the solution faster, then you get paid for solving the problem. This is business. Now let's understand what your company does. A lot of people overlook this, but it's very crucial. His problem is that he needs a website to be designed, and he doesn't know it. Neither he has the interest or the time to learn from scratch. He would rather pay money to someone else to design the website. There are two ways that this can happen. One, the person will find out about company X and ask them to design his website. Or the second option is the company figures out that this client needs a website and proposes their solutions. Now, based on the urgency and the budget the client is giving to the company might hire multiple people under it. They'll hire someone to understand the requirements. They'll also hire someone to get the branding right, to get the colors right. They'll also probably hire a graphic designer to get the assets created. And then they'll hire a developer, and then they'll hire a designer. And the list goes on. And depending upon the size of the project, they'll hire probably even more people under that. This is a company. This is the traditional model that's been followed all throughout the years. But now with AI, which can do all of these tasks individually, which means that you don't need this person anymore, because there are meeting tools like Firefly's AI, which can understand from whatever the client is speaking and summarize it. You don't need this person anymore because there are multiple branding related tools which can give you a proper visual identity kit within seconds. You don't need this person anymore. And similarly, you don't need any of these people anymore because AI can essentially do most of these things. And they, instead of all these people, will just hire a single person who is called a generalist. So, a generalist is someone who can do a lot of different things and get the job done. Now, this is the reason why a lot of jobs are going away. Companies will always choose profit over anything else. That's a known fact. So, now that you know the problem, what exactly can you do? You know that your job is going to go away unless you're in the top 1% or the 10% of the management who makes the decisions. That's when you're safe. But for someone like me who's not in the C suite, if I get into a job right now, it's the worst decision ever. Because number one, there's not enough time for me to progress to the top levels within the next 3 to 4 years until AI gets better and better. And number two, I don't want to be a specialist anymore. I want to be a generalist for the same reason which I mentioned. So, what can you do instead of applying for a job? Why can't you, with all the knowledge, resources, and the tools that you have right now, with just a laptop and an internet connection, be a business yourself? You don't need a team anymore. You have everything available at your fingertips. All you need to know is know how to search and learn and eventually do it. It is as simple as that. Well, I don't know if I'm good at anything. How can I help someone else when I'm literally bad at everything? Is one of the most frequently asked questions that I get when I say this. And what I would like to say is that we're absolutely wrong because there's always something in everyone that they're good at. It's just that you don't know about it yet. And how do you find out? This is you. And you're saying you don't know what you're good at. You're not skilled. You don't have a talent. How can I help others? Well, it's quite simple. You pick three of your close friends, you text them right now. What are the three things which I'm really good at? And you would actually pay me to help you out in these three things. That's it. That's your starting point. Now, once they've responded, all you need to do is look at some common elements, some commonalities in their answers. So, for me, that would be probably something to do with content creation. Then, this is a starting point because now I have clarity about what people perceive me for, and I'm probably better at this than most people they know in their network. Step number two is to look at a single person who is probably facing a problem that you intend to solve. This, in business terms, is called an ideal customer profile, ICP. And this ICP is just one person. And be very specific. So, in my case, I would say a 22-year-old student who is creative, does YouTube, and so on. So what would the pain points of my ICP be? That he's struggling to make money, struggling to be consistent, he's struggling to get clarity on what to post content about. So, amongst these pain points, what I'll do next is pick something where I think I can provide some value. I can help them make more money because I come from a business background. I also create content. So, I can understand their pain points and help them build a business model. I can also help them create systems where they can keep on posting consistently without worrying more. I can also help them in clarity. How do they start creating content if they're still in that early stages? Now that you know the pain points you're targeting, your next step is the fun part. It's where you brainstorm to come with solutions. In my case, I can literally teach this person. I can coach this person, maybe online, assuming he's not from the same place as I am. I can give him a self paced course that can help him, or a guide which can get him started on clarity, or a tutorial series, or a workshop, and so on. So, these are all the different delivery methods that you can employ to deliver your solution to your intended customer. So, now just combine the following things: take a skill, package it in one of the delivery methods, then you promise a transformation, and finally present it. How do you present it? You can create a sales letter, a video sales letter, a website, a landing page, a simple reel, a TikTok, and any of that sort. This will be your business. A business that helps people who are suffering from similar problems or similar pain points, and in return, you get paid for it. And to achieve this, you can use AI. It's almost 100% guaranteed that if you follow the exact same path, nobody can replace you. You will never consider a job again in your life and be able to design your dream life, because ultimately you're teaching people your skill that you're good at.